Good morning, I'm Julia. Welcome to my garden. It is about 9 o'clock in the morning on, it's June the 17th, Monday. Counting back from my cousin's wedding day, then he got married on Saturday to the beautiful Deborah. Congratulations, it's a wonderful day. Such a privilege to be part of it, we loved it. I've been out here since about 7:30 this morning, so I've done a few jobs. Done a slug hunt, caught quite a lot this morning. Planted up the fig, that's been good. I have had quite a few of the turnips gone to seed quite quickly without developing any turnips basically. So that's a bit of a disappointment for us. We've still got some that are making turnips, so we'll have plenty. But the good bit about these bits is that the chickens love them. So these are the beneficiaries of turnip troubles. Pardon me, right away. Here we go, chucks. Got some turnip, ladies. Here, girls. There you go. They do like that. Look at that. Turnip heaven. That's the good side. The girls get something nice and green to eat. Shut that up again. Right, another little task today, because the girls do like something green to eat. I've been sticking the heads through and nipping the tops off my sweet peas. So I'm going to quickly tie these. Well, that's that little job done. That should keep the sweet peas out of the girls' reach for a little while until they get a bit higher up. They really do love those turnips. Don't you, ladies? You do. While I'm up at the front of the house, I thought I'd give you a little look at how that herb bed we were making the other day is coming on. Hello, Harley. You checking out the scenery? What's out there? Oh, nothing. Just loveliness, really. Okay. What's this one, Harley? What's this one? I know I'm mad. Rosemary, that's what that one is. I've got a few stalks that I was so desperate in the tray. I just took them out the tray yesterday and bunged them in anywhere. We've got some antirrhinums. Cosmos are growing beautifully, they're looking fantastic. Look at the colour on them. Very happy. They've loved all the rain. The thyme has probably doubled in size since I bought it a couple of weeks ago. That's doing really well. More antirrhinums. Oh, one of my zinnias is down. Zinnia, what are you doing? We'll have a look at that in a minute. Zinnias. A few more of those stalks. Some antirrhinums. Here's the bay, looking happy. Looking lovely and with all the raindrops on it. Some more antirrhinums. These cleomes are getting going now, they're getting much bigger than they were when I planted them. Some chives. Some more antirrhinums. Can you tell that I grew a lot of antirrhinums this year? I've still got more in the back to plant. Oh. More cosmos. I did say they were cosmos, didn't I? Yeah, I'm going mad. Lemon thyme. It's not looking as good as the other thyme, but it's doing alright. It's got fresh new growth on and it looks nice. Fresh new growth. He's doing okay, really. It's settling in. Let's put it that way. It's settling in. Some more stalks from the desperate tray. Sage. Antirrhinums. A few more stalks. And the globe artichoke that is brand new. So it's only small, but it's growing and it feels like it's enjoying it there. So that's good. I'll have a quick look. The little oval flower bed. Got some deadheading to do on this geum. There's dead flowers everywhere. Gosh. can tell it's rained a lot and I haven't been out to keep on top of it. They're pretty though, aren't they? Even the seed heads are pretty. It's romped away since it's been planted out in this bed. Poor thing was strangled when it was in that pot. But it's enjoying it here. I'll come back and finish that off. What else have we got in here? A few zinnias that are being eaten. Some stocks, desperate stocks. Antirrhinums. Scabious. Piece of grass. Scabious has got lots of flower heads on it. Buds, rather. They're about to open anytime soon, hopefully when the rain stops. The big blue plant whose name I still can't remember. Isn't it glorious though? Beautiful. And it's got a big fat bee on it. Just in there. I don't know if you can see it. Sitting in there, doing its thing. Oh, there's another one there as well. They look like they're just warming up or something for the day. That's a beautiful plant. I love the blues and pinks and it all sort of sparkles really, doesn't it? We've got some geraniums in the ground here as well. They're starting to move now that they've been in there for a little while. Oh, that one's even got quite a goodly amount of buds on it, so we're going to get some flowers from our geraniums as well. The cherry tree is absolutely laden with cherries. I'm going to need to get a net on. I don't know if I can catch them for you. There we go. I just need to get a net on them, otherwise as soon as they start ripening up the birds will have them and we will see none of them. There's cherries everywhere on it. It's beautiful. Peas are all growing really well. They're actually getting quite high now. Let's have a look. I'll stand next to them. Yeah, these are up to my shoulders, so probably about 4 feet high now. With very pretty flowers. Look at the pretty flowers. This is the Crombeck Blanche. So try saying that when you've had a couple of glasses of wine. And these peas are the miniature ones, but with gorgeous pods. Just waiting for those ones to fatten up now. I'm still making new peas and still making new flowers, so it's looking good in there. Look at that flower. Aren't they lovely? Nice to have a pea that gives you a pretty flower as well, isn't it? More peas here. Oh, also starting to pod, which is fabulous. Nice to see. They are the Oregon sugar pods, and they're probably about 3 feet high. And these have overtaken. Remember the ones that I'm completely massacred when I was putting them in? The Kelvedon Wonder. They're grown beautifully. They're probably about 3 feet high as well. They just look taller than those because the garden's on a slope. It's so wet. Look. Wet. Yuck. Well, these are the... Are they the Kelvedon Wonder? Oh, I've got my peas mixed up. Hang on. Let's have a little look. No, that's just label for the Charlie ones. We know what they are, don't we? Oh, I'll have it all in my planting plan anyway. Peas. Peas. And these are the last lot of peas that my son has been trying his best to massacre by chopping wood all over them. Kids. Tree trunks everywhere. I use my teenage son to chop them out. Oh my word. Look at the brassica bed. No, actually it's a good thing and a bad thing, this brassica bed. Everything's growing nicely. I'm very pleased. However, look at all them lettuces, they're looking good, aren't they? We're eating those. We've got some really nice ones in there. Brassicas are all doing really well. I've got some more still in pots down here that are waiting to go out. But they're happier now, they're in bigger pots, I'm happy to say. But my problem is that my cauliflowers have started to make curds, look. But unfortunately, because of all this rain, it's just got straight into the hearts. That one looks okay. I'm going to close the leaves around it. That one, again, pants, and I can see the bloody culprit is sitting on it. Wretched slug. So those are coming out. Chickens can have them. That one, I'm going to close the leaves around the curd and see if we can save that one. These two are goners as well, so more food for the chickens. Oh well, at least the chickens get to eat it. Everything else though is looking absolutely tickety-boo in here. Got dwarf curly kale in here, which is exactly the same as that tiny one. This big one. I don't know why that tiny one's that tiny, but I don't care because I just eat them as small leaves. We've got all sorts in here. There's cabbages, there's Brussels sprouts that are along the middle. Cabbages are along that side. Curly kale is here. And then there's something else. Weeds. 2 weeds. Brussels sprouts. And then in here there's more. There's some cavolo nero, some more cabbages, and there's some more lettuces at the back there, but they need to get a bit bigger. And I've got other things waiting to go in between as well. That's one of the tomato beds with beans, broad beans, the white lady, not broad beans, runner beans, the white ladies. And then there's cobra and a red bean at the end over there. And then there's another red bean just starting to come up in there. You can just see the tops of them. There they are. They're just starting to come up. And that's the same on the other side, on the other bed on the other side. So it matches and mirrors. And the sunflower in the corner. Ugh, all that pak choi. Chickens will be eating that again. It just keeps going to seed. I don't know whether it's this year's weather, something I'm doing wrong. I don't know. But I've got some lettuces in there as well and they're doing okay, so that's fine. We'll have lettuces instead of pak choi. In that bed's there. More tomatoes, some dwarf tomatoes. That's all the, where are we? Just in there. Just behind these freesias. Just behind the freesias there's some currant tomatoes. Described on the packet as and I'm going to try and remember the words they used to quote, these virtually wild, indeterminate tomatoes. Virtually wild. Tiny. But they're getting going, so we'll see what happens. That one's got a sucker on it. I have to take it off. But they look pretty, don't they? They look really cute, tiny. But I think in the future, when I grow these again, if they don't actually get away and become virtually wild, then I shall have to grow them in pots rather than give them bed space. More tomatoes. Well, tomato plants. Not a tomato yet. I'm sure we'll get some soon. These are the Costoluto Genovese. So we'll see. We'll see. Oh! Slipping in the mud. Zinnia getting eaten alive by something, but I'd rather it have my zinnia than my beans. Well, dwarf Barlotto beans. Doing fine. That there is a squash. A squash? Yes, it is. It's a Waltham butternut squash. Haha. See, I remembered. it's a Waltham, that is a Waltham butternut squash, and there's another one in the bed on the other side. Not quite as advanced, but it's there and it's doing okay. I'm going to try and train them up and over the arch and see what happens. Why not, eh? I've got the space. Comfrey in pots. When this comfrey came, I ordered it through the post. And when it came, it was virtually dead. It was dead, basically. There were no leaves on it, they'd all died. The roots showed no signs of life. I thought, you know what, I'm going to stick it in the pots and see what happens. And this is what happened, it all grew back, which is grand, all 5 plants. So that's super, so I need to find a bed for that. This is a load of fallen over watering, hardening off lettuces. I'll get them planted today. Oh my goodness, I can feel warmth. Okay, zinnias. Are you still? Yeah, you are. Zinnias. More dwarf borlotto beans. The least I say about those yard-long beans, the better, because it's too sad for words. More tomatoes. And of course the carrots, beetroots and turnips. We've got some more turnips in there fattening up. I know I've just said we've had quite a few good seed, and we have, but it's not a worry, because we have quite a few that are making bulbs as well. Bulbs? They're not bulbs, are they? Sunflower, rather wonky. S-bend, another sunflower. And yes, I put 2 giant sunflowers in the middle of the tyre as well. Something is eating my squash, my courgettes really. What is eating them? There it is. Sucker. Get rid of it. Out of my bed. There we go. Well, that one's looking okay. Which one is this? Let's have a look. You are the crookneck. So if you survive slug attacks like this, you can come again to this garden, you can. But I think that other one there is quite a big plant. The slug has only got a few of these this outer leaf. It has taken out this one though. Don't think there's anything left much of that. I don't think that's going to come back. And that is really upsetting, because that is the Cockerzel and that is the only one I had of them. And that one, I can't remember. There's the label. Let's have a look. There it is. So that one is the Tondo, oh my, what's that? Tondo Chiaro di Nila. Oh, drop the label. Put that back or else I'll never remember what it is. There we go. The sunflowers seem quite happy to be in there. It's been quite damp lately. I might not have mentioned it before, but it's rained a bit. I've noticed a few of my tomato plants, they've got some of the leaves are trailing down on the floor, so I'm going to snip those off, because we don't want to encourage blight, do we? So I'm going to crack on and get that done. I've just noticed these dwarf sunflowers down there. Yay! I've got buds on them. Alright. Suckers while I'm at it. Removing some of these will do the beans good as well, because they'll be able to grow up, and they are actually finding their way up now, so that's a good thing. I'm removing quite a bit of leaves. Ugh, wet. Pretty rotten. A bit waterlogged, but we'll get there. Things will dry out. Broad beans were trying to climb up the tomato. That's funny. They'll head in the right direction. We had some of this perennial rocket yesterday. It was delicious, really peppery. lovely. The amount of water that there is underneath this weed suppressing sheet is incredible. It'll drain away. It drains down the hill, past the house and out onto the lane, and then down in the stream that's at the front of the house. It's horrible, but it's not so terrible. All those trimmings, they're all nice healthy growth, so I'm going to stick those into the compost. Chickens have already had turnips, so they don't need tomato trimmings as well. So I'm going to carry on and do the other rows. I'm going to harvest my first courgette in a minute. I'll take you along for that journey with me. Yay! I'm so happy. My first courgette. Sad news in the greenhouse. I lost all of my Armenian yard long cucumbers. They're all gone. And that's because I was stupid. Rookie mistake. Oh look. Even that watermelon is looking decidedly had enough of it. Where the other one is looking decidedly happy. Oh well, I've got one. I suppose that's why we sow more than we need, isn't it? Just frustrating when you've grown them from seed and seen them looking a healthy plant 2 weeks ago, and then you stick them in and do nothing different to that one than you've done to this one. And that one pops its clogs and this one continues growing beautifully. What on earth is that all about? Tomatoes doing really well. Still not got any signs of a tomato growing on them though. I think I'm going to have to bring those paintbrushes down. All the melons are doing okay. Oh, that one's not doing okay. That ambrosia one there looks like it's going to pop its clogs. But we still got all the Minnesota midgets, and then we've got the other ambrosia down here. We've got some more ambrosia over there. So I'm not worrying, we've got plenty going on. There's no worries, no worries. The peppers, bright part of the greenhouse. Peppers are doing great. They're loving it. Happy. Happy peppers. They've grown quite a lot actually, the peppers, since I planted them in these troughs. They're quite like it in there. They're quite deep, those troughs. They're much deeper than normal. Shall we have to see if I can get a label off and see? They're 60 centimetres. Oh, wide. Silly me. Cucumber hunt. Da, 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 da. There it is. I was having a panic then. It's growing. So it's that size now. And a week ago, 10 days ago, it was more, well, it was smaller, weren't it? A lot smaller. So I'm quite content that that is growing away quite nicely. Oh, that's actually doing okay, isn't it? They're doing okay. Yeah, they're doing okay. This one's the one that's not looking too okay. I think I know what it needs. I hope I know what it needs. The other cucumber on this side, also getting baby cucumbers on it now. Melon. I found the slug that had been eating the leaves on my melons. Needless to say, it no longer breathes. Grapevine is doing good. More tomato plants. It's a work in progress, isn't it? The okra seems to... I lost the middle one. It did die. I had to come to a point where I went, no, that's enough now. But these two in this bag, these two are looking quite healthy, so don't say that too loud, Julia. They might hear you. Anyway, I've got other things still coming on. I've still got... So, yes, we're getting there. I need to do a bit more watering. I've just noticed that I forgot a plant. And it definitely looks like it needs watering. I'm going to stick it in the tray. Bear with me. I've been hardening off the fig tree, all ready for planting into a pot. It's going to live in a pot for a couple of years until I decide on a proper final site for it. So it's now fully hardened off, and the pot is there, that one. And I'm just going to fill it. I'm going to do it there because it's a very heavy pot. So by the time I've got the soil and the fig in it, I wouldn't be able to move it, so I'm going to do it in situ. That's where it can live for a little while. So I'll crack on with that. I've put some broken up polystyrene in the bottom tractor's crocks. The pot's heavy enough as it is without putting proper crocks in it. Right, let's get the fig. One fig. It's come to no harm at all for being hardened off. In fact, it's looking really healthy. Hello you, what have you been doing? Who have you been terrorising? What have you been doing? You've been being cheeky. Haven't you? You can't get through now, can you? Yeah. Go on. Fig. It's a fig. It's a fig. I thought it'd take it a little bit better than that. Move that way. We shall. We still need one. Better. So not to compost. This fig was a Mother's Day present from, even though we have more rain forecast later on today, I am going to water this in because it's quite a big pot. I suspect it's quite hard for the water to get down. And I very conveniently have a wheelbarrow full of water at the side of me. We're getting there now. Starting to rain again. Get some more. Yeah, we're on a bit of a slant here, unfortunately, but there's nothing I can do about that for the moment. Plants will find its own way up, won't it? Fig tree planted. Another job done. And it's just starting to rain. That's quite good timing, isn't it? I love figs. Love figs. Just giving it lots of water to make sure it gets right down. That should do it. Now it is starting to rain, so it will get some more water from the rain. It's looking ridiculously healthy. It's a good thing. Let's pop its label in. Then we remember what it is, even though, you know, I ain't going to forget what that is, am I? Add that to the pile of stuff. And there we go. A fig tree. Look at all the mud. That looks quite nice in there, doesn't it? Courgette. I was going to show you my first courgette being harvested, but it's raining outside and I can't take the camera. It started raining about 5 minutes ago. Brilliant, eh? I'm going to harvest that courgette and I'm going to bring it and show you because it's exciting. Because you've never seen a courgette before, have you? You've never seen this courgette before. And this courgette is small but perfectly formed. So I'm going to go and harvest that and I will bring it back and show you. Are you ready? Small but perfectly formed. This is the size you're supposed to pick them, you know, when they're tiny. It stops you having too many of them later in the summer because later in the summer they'll go bonkers, but picking them this size is optimum. About, what is it, about 6 inches. And they're delicious. Ideally, try to get them with the flower still attached when they're very young, but in this weather that's impossible because they just start rotting away. That is going in an omelette at lunchtime. That'll be nice. I might take a few of my, they're still quite small, but spring onions and slice a couple of those in as well. Starting to eat from my garden, isn't it nice? It's bloody marvellous actually. The battle against the slugs and snails will continue. You can see one on the outside of the glass in the greenhouse. But it's behind the potatoes, I'm not going in there. Oh, I can see a giant snail as well. I'm going to have to go in there, otherwise I'm going to have none of them left. Yay, I love it. Snail and slug hunting. Not. One of the good things about having the potatoes lined up around the outside edge of the greenhouse, I can see what's going on in them from the dry. It is raining again, so I'm going to get those two pesky critters. Take my little courgette in. It does have an even littler friend that I took at this size, which is tiny. But something was already starting to nibble the end of it, so I thought I'd rather take it than let it get it. I can chop that little bit off where something's had a nibble and have the rest of it. Don't get let the slugs have something if I can have it. So, that's been me being me. Yakking a lot again. In the rain again. Gotta look on the bright side. I could always build a swimming pool instead of a vegetable garden. That might work. I think I've done as much as I'm going to do for this morning. If it dries up this afternoon, I'll come back out. Get those slugs. Put those there for a minute. I'll just get those slugs. Before they get my spuds. I don't know, there's so many. It's a battle I'm never going to win. There's always going to be more slugs than I can get rid of. So, at least I can try and control how much of my hard-earned potatoes they don't get to eat. I'm going to go and get rid of them. And then I'm going to go and upload this video and send it all out to you. And then start working on the next one. Hopefully in a bit of dry weather. That's all I've gone on about, isn't it, for the last 3 videos, is how wet it is. That's because it's wet. Oh my word, is it wet. There's so much to do as well. I managed to trim some of the grass down the other day. Right, I'm going slug hunting. And then I'm going to go and sort out this video. It's been a pleasure, as always. I hope I'll see you next time. I'll try not to be sat in the greenhouse talking quite so much next time. Get out there a bit more and do some other stuff. Thank you for watching. I hope I'll see you next time. Bye.